Here, broad daylight. I thought it was a plane, but it just seems to be hovering now. So it has a little bit elongated look when the brightness goes away, but it is moving, but it's very keeps blinking really bright as if the sun's hitting it more than a few times at once, but something is weird about it. Doesn't
seem more like a balloon.
balloon, it's not. I don't know what I'm seeing here. It's not. If it is a plane, it's very unusual. The way it's bobbing. It's bobbing around up there. But it's very unusual. It should be out of range by now, and it's not. I'm zooming it, but it gets bright every now and then. Really bright. It is moving a little like a plane in one direction, but it's taking forever to get out of fucking range. So I don't know what it is. Almost looks like a rocket booster shooting fire out. Floating along like a lunar lander by now. That thing was just like a balloon, a little high up though, pretty high up. I would say 18,000. There it goes bright again. If you can see it bright, every now and then it flashes really bright, but it's way off now. There it goes, flashed again, flashed again, flashed again. I mean, that's not a normal sun glint.
Here, broad daylight. I thought it was a plane, but it just seems to be hovering now. So it has a little bit elongated look when the brightness goes away, but it is moving, but it's very straight. It keeps blinking really bright as if the sun's hitting it more than a few times at once, but something is weird about it. It doesn't seem more like a balloon. It's not. I don't know what I'm seeing here. It's not. If it is a plane, it's very unusual. The way it's bobbing. It's bobbing around up there. But it's very unusual. It should be out of range by now, and it's not. I'm zooming it, but it gets bright every now and then. Really bright. It is moving a little like a plane in one direction, but it's taking forever to get out of fucking range. So I don't know what it is. Almost looks like a rocket booster shooting fire out. Floating along like a lunar lander by now. That thing is just like a balloon, a little high up though, pretty high up. I would say 18,000. There goes bright again. If you can see it bright, every now and then it flashes really bright, but it's way off now. There it goes, flashed again, flashed again, flashed again. I mean, that's not a normal sun glint.
I didn't do any vitamins, supplements, nothing for a couple days. I always want to know, do I look the part without all the creatine, without this, without that too, So, of course, I dip in and out of it. That's how it works. So, if I can get my shit together, I'm going to roll a quick joint because I'm tired of smoking out of the pipe. But, and yeah, the UFO video, prefacing it. I probably could have got such a better view of that thing if it would have just been overhead directly when I first spotted it, but it wasn't. So caught the kind of back end of it moving off, which I don't think it was a plane because it was bobbing and the fuselage was vertical, and it reminded me of Elon Musk rocket actually, but there's no sound coming off it. Every time I thought I saw a reflection, it looked more like thrust than the reflection of the sun, even though the sun was up. And it would have been likely to get at least some reflective activity, and maybe that did happen. At the same time, when it lit up, it looked like it was thrust. So I didn't hear the thrust. Just prefacing the UFO event. Yeah, technically, I guess anyone could be proven wrong with such grainy film, right? But the odd thing about that thing is I could actually see it was like a bobbing, like one of the things in the ocean, but it was still moving in one direction. But it was bobbing, and I wouldn't even say a balloon bobs like that. And what if there was any fire coming out of it? It would have burned that balloon because that shit looked bright as fuck. Matter of fact, I started to wonder if I fucked my eyes up, even though it was at a distance, because when I was looking at it, it seemed like it was, like I may have actually got affected by it that far away, eyesight wise. I mean, the light was not safe, I don't think, even to look at. You think the sun's bad and reflective sun's bad. This shit seemed like it was upgraded to exceptionally bright. So, and when I say that, it totally reminded me of a rocket. Like totally reminded me of a rocket. Just couldn't hear anything, couldn't see any smoke. So I thought that was extremely weird. And it's going like this, like one of Elon Musk's rocket, kind of like just like lunar landing along. Every time it thrusted, it looked like it popped up in altitude a little bit. It was just fucking strange. But I couldn't hear anything. So I'm thinking, when am I seeing this shit from maybe a low orbit and it just happens to show up in broad daylight here because of the thrust? I'm thinking that's very possible. What that was. Possibly a space vehicle being seen from daylight of some kind. Because it did look like it was too low to be a normal orbit, though. Um, but anyway, just processing the UFO event. At first, I was going to let it go because I've seen so many jets with glint coming off them. But usually, what happens is the glint will stay in generally one area of the plane for the most part when the sun's hitting it. It won't disappear. So unless it changes angle quick all the time. So this was doing that. It was flashing so bright though. I was like, that ain't a sun reflection. That shit almost hurts my eyes to look at. So then I started paying attention to it, and then I started realizing this ain't normal. I can see it now. It's gone down range. It looks like it's a fucking elongated fuselage popping up and down a little bit as it goes. And I was like, that's fucking weird. So at the last moment, I threw my camera on as it was, because I was soaking it up when it was really bright. I was looking at that going, wait a minute. I don't see sun glint that even though the sun's bright as fuck, I've never seen sun glint looks like that. It was bluish white, super bright every time it flashed on. And it reminded me of something trying to keep in low orbit, just trying to manage its low orbit or trying to land a new orbit. So anyway, maybe not so much a UFO, but one of Elon Musk's rockets. But somehow there was no, like I said, no evidence of smoke trail, nothing. That kind of blew me away. No sound, no sonic booms, nothing. Dead as a doornail as far as all that goes. So it may have had some secret technology, and maybe it was using a plasma field of some kind as thrust, which would light up kind of like maybe like white or bluish or amber. So, but it was mostly a bluish white. And I noticed it was only going about half the speed of a normal air traffic. So I'm thinking, wait a minute now. A plane would have trouble staying, a jet would have trouble staying in the air at that speed. And then it started to hover. What am I looking at here? Okay, hold on. For a second there. Okay, now a jet's going by that almost looks see-through, so this ain't making sense. What the fuck's going on today? Hold on, Bella. Anyway, guys, I should have just grabbed my camera, but when you see things with your clear eye and then you try to film it, it's not the same. Oh, there it is. Anyway, it's just probably a plane, but it fucking looks a little bit weird. Anyway, so after seeing a UFO in broad daylight, when you do, you'll be looking for them all the time. Anyway, so that was probably just a jet. I didn't hear no sound, but it did look a little bit weird. When I was looking at it really close, I was tempted to grab my camera on that one, but fuck it. It was a plane. Because that's the direction they usually go, and I've seen them quiet before. They can also get their sound, go somewhere else, so it won't necessarily always penetrate in these mountains over here. Some jet going by the sound, so a lot of times they go by silent. But I'm keeping my eyes out. I'm keeping my eyes out now a little more. I'm gonna look for more broad daylight shit now because it's fucking a modern space age. You don't know what they're testing out there. So might as well keep your eyes in the air and your phone ready to go. There goes another one. In the same, more or less the same flight path. Almost looks identical. What the fuck is that? Oh, where'd it go? Damn it. There it is. Well, anyway. So, might as well just be honest. Like, I didn't even want to eat today. Yet. Like, I have no desire to want to even touch food right now. Like, so, but what I will do is I'll, like, drink some coconut water, unsweetened. And that's kind of how I do it if I do. And, I used to fast and it's just boring. It's like you can eat. But if you don't eat, just drink some of this and eat later. Go and do another workout even. It's just all planned like that. You can't really plan your day when you're like me. You're more random than anything. But it's planned, but it's not, so to speak. So today I did some stuff. I've been starting out doing things with no supplements as usual for now anyway. I'm about ready to take some though. I'm gonna do some more rows today, some alternating push-ups, and I already did some stretch push-ups, incline rather, and some just to stretch the pec. And what else? I forget. I did some other sets of shit, and I'm not really too worried about what exactly they were. But I did some. Well, it's all on film, so I should have it all on film. Gonna do some more rows because what happens is when you do a lot of stuff for a long time and then you start hitting rows, the kind of row machine I got, it will totally tapestry your tears a lot better towards the rear, and you'll start to improve your visual appearance in the shoulders over time when you start to integrate a little more of the row actions when you're doing back work and stuff. And so this will definitely add a lot of shoulder girth to the rear, and also help shape the shoulders from the rear to the front. Now, even though I always am trying to Jones, I try to get a little bit more meat up here than I want, than I can even get right away. So if I can't pull a muscle group off back there that's a little bit bigger or will grow quicker, then yeah, I'll probably start doing it because then it'll just add to the shape of my shoulders on average. So, but yeah, that's how it works and stuff. So I'm considering doing, let's see, a set of rows, and then I wanted to do some alternating push-ups. So I'm trying to remember what kind. They might be normal push-ups, just alternating. Um, and then I wanted to use my bar to do some things, not the weight bar, but the tension bar, and do a bunch of sets of the rep sets of those, and different angles. So when I do this thing here, might as well just start. I like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So I like to do them like that. So when you do those and you do them like that, you're just basically clearing out any room for any non-tears, because you're making sure you're hitting every fucking angle. It's almost like a superset. Um, and when you do that, that's also going to help for any rows you do, because rows are this action and this is this action, right? So those two actions are going to make the whole situation better, and improvements should come very shortly, shape wise. If you combine, yeah, that's how to say it, combine certain kinds of exercises with certain kinds of dynamics, features, they're almost ultimately somehow interconnected. So, but you got to find them. And it's not like, you almost got to be like a safe cracker to find your best points and try to bring them out when you're an anatomy orientationalist. You just do everything. So, I also do these downward. It's like a curl almost too. It works it a little bit anyway. Okay. So, no supplements. Kind of like kung fu, he's eating fucking who knows what. Grass blades, hazelnuts, almonds, some rice from China,